So let's get right to legal expert and NewsNation's newest anchor, Elizabeth Vargas. Elizabeth, real quickly, when does your show debut again?
April 3rd.
April
As of
3rd.
now, it's April 3rd, Adrienne. Yeah, I can't wait to join the NewsNation team.
Awesome. I kept saying this month, but we're just anticipating it. It's going to be in April. But we get to see you. We get to see you like this.
We're still building the set.
Yeah. Well, Murdaugh's defense, he's expected to challenge that audio recording. Did he say, I did them bad or they did them bad? I mean, how is this defendable? I mean, the jurors listen to this, but you'd have to really listen closely if there's any discrepancy here.
Yeah, the jury is going to have to figure out what it thinks of what it heard. I mean, they played it over and over. They slowed it down 1/3 and played it again. You know, I thought one thing when I heard it at normal speed, and then I thought the other when I heard it slowed down. So it's tricky. But I actually think the most fascinating parts of yesterday's testimony centered around the cell phone data expert who they had on the stand talking about what was happening with Maggie Murdaugh's phone once she was dead. Once she'd been murdered, showing that somebody picked it up, somebody walked 59 steps, somebody may have been trying to open it. The camera in the phone alerted, you know, it was engaged because it was trying to see, do I recognize a face? It did not. So it was somebody obviously other than Maggie Murdaugh who was doing that. And by the way, at the precise time that someone was walking with Maggie Murdaugh's phone, and Maggie's phone's cell phone camera was trying to engage because somebody was moving it around, that is right when Alex Murdaugh called his wife one of several times and then later texted her. Prosecutors are making the case that he was trying to build himself an alibi. That witness, I think, continues testimony today. It really feels, Adrienne, like the prosecution may be building something meaningful here. They haven't connected all the dots quite yet, but it just feels like, and people in the courtroom have reported that it feels like they're building to something.
And the prosecution also says, and they continue to say, that this was about his financial ruin, the picture that he had of the money laundering, all of these allegations. How would killing his son and wife help him in that aspect?
Yeah, okay. They claim that they think that the murders would have distracted from all the, 99 charges of, financial fraud, of raiding his own clients' settlement money, taking money out of his own law firm, and that it would engender sympathy in the community. Listen, they don't have to legally provide a motive for the murder, but every single legal expert will tell you that the jury wants to know why. They want to hear a motive. The first thing they discuss, according to many, when they go into that jury room to deliberate is, why did he do this? And it's especially a big question in this case when it's a father murdering and husband murdering his son and his wife. It's just so unthinkable. Now, the flip side to this, Adrienne, is all the other things that he has actually admitted to doing and then is also accused of doing are also pretty unthinkable and are part of this motive. So the big question is going to be how much the judge is going to let the prosecution argue all of this, because they don't want to say the prosecution can't be allowed to argue this guy's a bad guy. He is such a bad guy. He was addicted to opioids. He was raiding, poor women from their settlements. He maybe killed his housekeeper. Who knows? But he took all the money that he, arranged to have his life insurance company pay out to her family. They can argue some of that in terms of a motive, but you can't just have carte blanche to paint this guy as a total egregious human being, right? Because that would be prejudicial.
Yeah, and I know we're out of time, but the Snapchat video that apparently his son, who was killed, recorded right before their deaths.
Very key thing, Adrienne, because he says he wasn't at the dog kennels at all that night, and the video apparently appears to show by audio that he was. So once that comes out, it's going to be key.
Well, yeah, if he lied, is he guilty? Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Good to see you as always. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.